Let's have a little chat, just between us. Have you ever found yourself sitting in your favorite chair, maybe looking out the window, and wondering where that old spark went? That feeling of energy, of drive, that quiet confidence you used to have. It's a feeling that so many good men in our generation experience, but so few of us ever really talk about. We often just chalk it up to getting older. But for so many men over 60, the quiet culprit isn't just the number on a calendar. It's a drop in testosterone. And here's the secret that most folks don't realize. The simple foods you put in your grocery cart each week can either be your greatest ally, or they can be silently working against you, stealing your vitality, bit by bit. My name is Dr. Emily Carter. And for decades, I've sat with men who felt their best years were behind them, and I've seen firsthand how a small change in the kitchen pantry can make a world of difference. I'm not talking about theory. I'm talking about reality. I remember a patient of mine, let's call him Frank. A wonderful gentleman, a retired firefighter, came to me feeling utterly defeated. We didn't talk about expensive pills or complicated routines. We just talked about his grocery list. A few months later, he walked back into my office with a twinkle in his eye, telling me he felt like himself again. That powerful change started with something as simple as the nuts he was snacking on. In this video, I'm here to arm you with that same simple knowledge. We are going to walk through 4 common nuts that can help revive a man's vigor. And I will give you a gentle but crucial warning about 2 others you might want to be mindful of. And please, make sure you stay with me until the very end. Because the information about that second, unfriendly nut is something most people get wrong, and avoiding this one common mistake is perhaps the most important step you can take for your long-term vitality. Everything we discuss today is based on solid medical understanding, but I'm going to break it down simply, just like we're talking over the kitchen table. Before we dive in, I truly want to know how many of you have felt this way. If what I just shared feels familiar, please comment a simple yes below. It shows me you understand, and it shows others in our community that they are not alone. Okay, let's get started. Alright, let's get started. We will dive right into the first section. The 4 dangerous vitamins. Item number 1. Vitamin A, in the form of retinol. You know, it's funny. We see walnuts all the time, sprinkled on a salad or baked into brownies. We think of them as just a little extra something, a garnish. But for men, especially as we get older, our true power is almost always overlooked, and that simple oversight can be a real missed opportunity for our health and vitality. We often see walnuts as just a simple topping, but their power for a man's health is immense. Think of your body's hormone production, specifically testosterone, like building a good, strong fire. To get that fire roaring, you need the right kind of fuel, high-quality, seasoned logs. You can't build a great fire with wet, flimsy twigs. Testosterone is actually made from cholesterol, and the healthy fats in walnuts, the omega-3s, are those perfect logs. They are the premium fuel your body needs to get the job done right, efficiently, and powerfully. Now, why is this so critical after 60 or 70? Well, after decades of running, our body's internal production lines, they just aren't as efficient as they used to be. The machinery is a bit old. It has some wear and tear. So, giving it the absolute best raw materials, these perfect logs, isn't just a bonus anymore. It becomes essential. It's the difference between a sputtering flame and a steady, warm blaze. And there's another benefit that you can really feel, day in and day out. These healthy fats also help our blood vessels relax and become more flexible. And what does better circulation mean? It means better, stronger blood flow everywhere. To your brain, keeping you sharp. To your heart, keep it healthy. And yes, to all the other places where strong blood flow is absolutely key for a man's stamina, for his energy, and for his performance in all areas of life. I've seen it time and again with my patients. I think of a man named Frank, a retired mechanic in his early 70s. He was always tired, just chalked it up to getting older. He felt like his get-up-and-go it had gotten up and left. We didn't do anything drastic. We didn't put him on some complicated regimen. We simply started with the foundation. We added a consistent, small handful of walnuts to his daily routine. And that is the beautiful, simple solution here. This isn't about some expensive supplement or a difficult diet. We're talking about just a small handful a day. That's all it takes. You can get a big bag from the grocery store for maybe $4 or $5, and that'll last you the entire week. It's one of the most cost-effective things you can do for your vitality. For Frank, that simple change was profound. Within a couple of months, he told me he felt more like his old self again, that the fire wasn't out after all. So here is your first action step. It's simple. Tomorrow morning, try tossing that small handful of walnuts into your oatmeal, your yogurt, or even just eating them on their own while you read the paper. Just start there. Build the foundation. Item number 2. Almonds, the protector and the key master. So many of us feel that afternoon slump, that sense of just being tired. And it's easy to just blame it on the year on our driver's license. We think, well, I'm just getting older. But a lot of men are feeling this way, not just because of age, but because they're missing a crucial mineral that you can find in a handful of delicious almonds. You see, almonds are incredibly rich in magnesium. Now, I want you to think of magnesium as the key master in your body. A large portion of the testosterone in your system is actually bound to a protein, which makes it locked up and unusable. It's there, but it can't do its job. Magnesium is the key that unlocks the door. It sets that testosterone free, allowing it to move through your body and do what it's supposed to do. Give you energy, maintain muscle, and support your overall strength. Over the years, life happens. Stress, certain common medications, even just our changing diets, they can act like little thieves, slowly draining the magnesium from our bodies without us even realizing it. Almonds are a simple, natural way to put that essential mineral back where it belongs. But that's not all. Almonds also contain a high amount of vitamin E, which acts like armor. It protects the very cells in your body that produce testosterone from oxidative damage. So, it's a fantastic 2-for-1 benefit. The magnesium helps make the testosterone you already have more effective, and the vitamin E helps protect your body's ability to make more. The solution here is wonderfully simple. You don't need to change your whole life. A healthy snack of almonds in the afternoon, instead of a bag of chips, can make a world of difference. Or, if you prefer, a spoonful of almond butter on a piece of whole wheat toast in the morning is a fantastic and satisfying choice. If you're finding this useful, let me know by commenting on the word vitality below. It really does encourage me to make more videos just like this one. Item number 3. Brazil nuts, the spark plug. Alright, now this next one. This one is incredibly powerful. But it comes with a very important rule, a trick that most people don't know and often get wrong. I'm talking about Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are one of the most concentrated sources of a mineral called selenium. I want you to think of selenium as the spark plug in an engine. The engine itself can be big and powerful, full of potential. But without that tiny little spark plug creating a spark, nothing happens. The engine won't fire. Selenium provides that essential spark for your body's testosterone production. It's a critical initiator for the entire process. This mineral is also crucial for protecting sperm health and supporting overall reproductive function, which is a key part of maintaining lifelong vitality. But here is the most important part, and I need you to listen closely to this. With Brazil nuts, less is more. This is not a case of, if some is good, more is better. In fact, it's the opposite. I always tell my patients to treat these like a natural prescription, one that requires a precise dose. Because they are so potent, eating too many Brazil nuts regularly can actually cause selenium toxicity, which can lead to problems. So, the specific action here is about precision and control. You only need 1 or 2 per day. That's it. No more. The easiest way to do this is to simply add one. Just one single Brazil nut to your breakfast alongside your handful of walnuts and almonds. That's all you need to get that vital spark without any of the risks. Item number 4. Pistachios, the circulation supporter. We usually see these in a bowl at a party, right? They're a fun, salty snack to crack open while you're talking. But these little green gems are a true powerhouse for a man's circulation, and that's something that becomes more and more important with every passing year. Pistachios are simply wonderful for your heart health. They contain an amino acid called arginine, which helps to keep your arteries, the highways of your body, clear, flexible, and open. And when those highways are running smoothly, you get stronger, healthier blood flow. Not just to your heart and your brain, but everywhere it counts. As we age, maintaining good circulation becomes one of the single most important things we can do for our overall health, our energy levels, and our physical performance. These nuts also play a role in helping to balance hormones, which is critical for men over 60. Plus, they're just a genuinely healthy snack choice. A handful in the evening, as you're relaxing and watching television, is a satisfying, crunchy treat that won't spike your blood sugar before bed. It's a snack that's actually working for you, supporting your entire circulatory system while you rest. Was this information about the spark plug nut, the Brazil nut, surprising to you? If so, just comment wow below. I truly love seeing what information resonates the most with all of you. Item number 5. Peanuts, the imposter. Now, let's talk about a snack that is everywhere. At the ball game, in a bowl at the bar, in countless lunchboxes. Peanuts. They are probably the most popular nut in America. And while an occasional handful while watching a baseball game is perfectly fine, a simple pleasure of life, making them your daily go-to-health snack might not be the best choice you can make for your body, especially now. Here's the first surprising truth. Peanuts aren't actually nuts. They're legumes, in the same family as beans and peas. Because they grow underground in a moist shell, they can be prone to developing mold, specifically something called aflatoxins. Now, a healthy young liver can process these toxins without much trouble. But think about it. Our livers have been working tirelessly for us for 60, 70, or even 80 years. They've processed every meal, every medication, every drink we've ever had. They are the main control center, the master chemical plant for our entire body, and they play a massive role in managing our hormones. It is simply wise, at this stage in our lives, not to give them extra, unnecessary work to do. Putting that constant low-level stress on your liver can divert its resources away from the important job of keeping your hormones in perfect balance. But there's a more direct issue. Peanuts are very high in a type of fat called omega-6. While we need some omega-6, the modern diet is flooded with it, and this creates a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. And you need to think of inflammation as the #1 enemy of healthy testosterone levels. It's like a constant, smoldering fire inside your system. When your body is perpetually in a state of alert, fighting this inflammation, it doesn't have the energy or the resources to focus on other vital functions, like producing the hormones that give you strength, energy, and drive. It's a trade-off. Your body is trying to put out the fire, so it lets the renovation project slide. This is why some men eat what they think is a healthy diet, but they still feel sluggish, their joints ache a little more, and they just don't have that spark. They could be unintentionally fueling that internal fire with their daily snack. So, the solution isn't to banish peanuts forever. Not at all. The key is to see them for what they are. Think of peanuts as an occasional treat, not a foundational health food. The call to action is simple and powerful. Consider swapping your daily bag of peanuts for a handful of almonds or walnuts. By making that one small change, you reduce the workload on your liver and you stop adding fuel to the fire of inflammation, giving your body the fighting chance it needs to build and maintain its vitality. Item number 6. Cashews, the delicious deceiver. And finally, we come to the one I asked you to wait for. The one that many people believe is one of the healthiest nuts of all. Cashews. There's no denying it. They are wonderfully creamy, rich, and delicious. They feel like an indulgence. But inside that creamy texture, there lies a hidden imbalance, which is why I call them the delicious deceiver. Just like peanuts, the problem with cashews lies in the fats. Cashews have one of the highest ratios of pro-inflammatory omega-6 fats compared to the anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Remember our fire analogy? The omega-3s you get in walnuts are the firefighters. The omega-6s are the kindling. You need a little kindling to start a fire, but when you have a mountain of kindling and only a handful of firefighters, that ratio is dangerously out of whack. This imbalance is a primary driver of that same low-grade systemic inflammation we just talked about. And as we get older, inflammation becomes a much more serious adversary. It is a key driver of so many age-related issues that men worry about, from achy joints and stiffness to brain fog and, of course, the suppression of testosterone production. Your body's hormone system is incredibly sensitive. It functions best in a calm, balanced environment. Inflammation creates a state of constant internal stress, and in that environment, hormone production is one of the first things to suffer. So, here is the deception. You might be choosing a bowl of cashews over a cookie, thinking you're making the healthy choice. And while it is better than processed sugar, you might be unintentionally fanning the very flames that are making you feel tired and old. You're pouring kindling on the fire while believing you're pouring water. It's a classic case of a food that seems healthy on the surface but has a hidden downside when consumed in large amounts. So, what do we do? The answer, once again, is moderation. You don't have to throw them out. Enjoy them from time to time, but do not let them become the main nut in your daily diet. Don't buy the giant tub of cashews from the warehouse store and eat them by the cupful. If you're looking for that wonderfully creamy texture for a recipe or a snack, here's a great alternative. Try soaking a handful of almonds in water for a few hours, then blending them into a smoothie. You'll get that same rich creaminess, but with a much healthier fat profile that helps put the fire out instead of making it worse. You know, as we've been talking, I keep thinking about my patient, Frank, the retired firefighter I mentioned earlier. When he first came to see me, he was carrying the weight of his years heavily on his shoulders. He felt like his best days were behind him, that the fire inside was just embers. But today, Frank is thriving. He's joined a walking club in his neighborhood, and he's not just keeping up. He's leading the pack some mornings. He has more energy than ever for his grandkids. He's teaching his grandson how to build a model airplane, something he hadn't had the patience or the focus for in years. The last time we spoke, he told me, with a real smile in his eyes, that the simple shift he made in his kitchen pantry, it made all the difference. He said it feels like he got a piece of himself back. A vital piece he thought was gone for good. And the lesson in Frank's story is so wonderfully simple and so hopeful. It's that you hold so much power over your own vitality, right in the palm of your own hand. It doesn't require expensive treatments or complicated pills with long lists of side effects. True, lasting strength is built on small, simple, consistent choices. The right choices made today can give you back the energy and the spirit that you absolutely deserve to have in these golden years. As we wrap up, we've explored some simple but critical choices you can make. But knowledge is only powerful when we decide to put it into action. So now, I have one important question for you. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? It could be something small. It could be, this week, I will add walnuts to my breakfast. Or maybe, I will swap out my daily peanuts for almonds. Please share your personal commitment in the comments below. Reading your commitments inspires this entire community, and it helps turn an idea into a real, concrete first step. Let's inspire each other. And if you found real value and inspiration in our time together today, show your support by giving this video a like. It truly helps more people find this information. To ensure you continue on this journey with us, and never miss another video full of this kind of practical wisdom, hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a community of friends dedicated to supporting each other and to living our best lives together. Finally, think of one person, a friend, a brother, a husband, who might need to hear this message today, and please share it with them. A simple act of sharing can sometimes change a life. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.